Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a video about this gentleman you see right before you. His name is Jason Whitlock. He was a reporter, I believe, for the Kansas City Star for a number of years. He was on ESPN, I believe, as well, and now he's currently on Fox Sports 1. He has his own show, I think, with Colin Caraha called Speak for Yourself. And last week, just before the eve of the start of the finals, NBA Finals, LeBron James, his Los Angeles house, there was vandalized. Well, not the house, but the gate was vandalized, and somebody spelled literally the N-word on his gate to his property. And of course, LeBron James had a press conference where he basically said, unfortunately, this is, no matter, this just shows you, no matter how rich and famous you become, there still is racism, which was a true statement, I thought, at the time, and thought nothing of it. Moving on, and then Jason Whitlock here said one of the more stupider things I've ever heard him say, basically saying that LeBron James, because of his wealth and because he's so far removed from being poor, that basically racism doesn't really affect him, which I think was one of the more ludicrous statements I've ever heard anyone say. Basically, he's saying that he's too rich right now, that he's beyond, basically he's beyond being black because of his enormous wealth. Okay, which is really, I don't know how Jason Whitlock, I don't know if he's saying this, he just said it to be controversial. I know a lot of people accuse him of being like sort of an Uncle Tom. There was that controversy where LeVar Burr and Christy Leahy got into it when he told her to stay in her lane, and Jason Whitlock came to her defense. But so they call him naturally Captain Save-A-Hole. But I know in the past he's basically marched to the beat of his own drummer, and I never really, some things that he said I like, some things he said I disagree with. But this saying that LeBron basically is too rich, or because of his wealth and his fame, he's just beyond black, which is, I think, just asinine. That's a dumb statement. Okay, tell it to the famous people that get pulled over, get pulled over, basically driving while black. Okay, whether they are too wealthy. Okay. Tell that to the people that frequently get called the N-word. Say that about Barack Obama, okay, who basically, while he was president, was called monkey, not legitimate president. Every kind of basically every kind of racism you could think of, he had to face. And as famous as he was being the president of the United States, he still had to face it. So saying that because of their wealth and their popularity and their celebrity, that they're beyond racism, that only poor people can experience racism, is one of the more stupider things I ever heard him say. Okay, and he's said some pretty controversial things, and I know a lot of people, they think you call him an Uncle Tom, basically. And like I said, I'm not going to go that far with that because I haven't read all of his statements, but I know a lot of people do basically call Jason Whitlock an Uncle Tom. Okay, but I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because, like I said, I would have to go back in his past and read all the controversial statements. And I know he's made a few over the years, but for this one, saying that LeBron James is, because of his wealth and his celebrity, is above racism, basically, is what he's saying. That only poor people can truly experience racism is one of the more stupid things I ever heard anybody say. Okay, that's a dumb statement. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if he just said it to try to be controversial, get people to watch the show, to talk about him, tweet about him, whatever. If he did, I guess Mr. Successful. But that is one of the more stupid statements I've ever heard. Anyway, let me know what you think of Jason Whitlock's comment. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.